Hey ladies, this is Treva. I'm gonna try and do this again. I was last time I had recorded on my cell phone, and when I had uploaded it, the volume kept going out. I don't know what happened. So I'm doing it from my tablet this time. So hopefully you guys can hear the whole story of what I was trying to tell you in regards to my frozen embryo transfer update. Okay, so let's start it all over again. Um, Firstly, on Monday, I had a doctor's appointment, with my RE, and they did the ultrasound and blood work. With my ultrasound, my lining was at a 8.8. So the nurse practitioner at that time told me that we could go ahead and set up my appointment for my transfer. She asked me whether I would want my transfer on Friday or on Monday. I originally said Friday, but when she come back into the room, she said that there was no appointments available for Friday, so it is scheduled for Monday the 28th. She also then advised me that I could go ahead and start with my progesterone, which at this time I am taking prometrium. It's 3 pills. They're 200 milligrams each, and I insert them vaginally. My last cycle I had Crenone gel, and I was only using those like once a day. But my insurance doesn't cover the Crenone, and for 15 of the applicators, it would have cost me $230. So I asked my insurance company what kind of progesterone that they would cover, and prometrium was one of them. So I get 90 pills for $60. It was my copay, which that saved me a lot of money. Okay, so I had an appointment on Tuesday as well at my RE's office to have the intralipid IV. That was, if you recall from my last video, the intralipid IV was to help kind of deaden down some of those natural killer cells that we all have, because sometimes after the transfer, your body can reject the embryos, and the cells will attack it thinking that it's a foreign body. So the intralipid IV is supposed to help with that and help with implantation. So I had that done on Tuesday. It was very uneventful. It lasted for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Just a little tired afterwards, and but it was, like I said, it was very uneventful. So then on Thursday morning at around 10:10, I get a call from my RE's office, and it's the nurse on the phone, and she's saying, "Well, Treva, where are you? You're supposed to be here. We had your transfer set up for 9:45." And I'm like, "No, it wasn't. My transfer is on Monday the 28th." And she says, "Well, we have you in the system for today at 9:45. And I explained to her the conversation that I had with the nurse practitioner, that I wanted to come in on Friday, but she scheduled me for Monday because they didn't have any more appointments available for Friday. So she put me on hold for a moment, and she came back to the line and she said, "Yes, sorry about the mix-up, but the nurse put the wrong date into the system." Okay, so now I'm upset and I'm worried because they had thawed my embryo at 7 o'clock in the morning, and here it is 10:10. So I told her, okay, I can rush to get there. I can be there in about an hour and a half. She told me, no, just let me give you a call back. And she said, don't do that. Just let me give you a call back. So I waited for about 5 minutes. She gave me a call back. She told me that the RE told her, which is not my doctor, my doctor, but another doctor that's in the practice, said that when he practiced in California, they had no problem with thawing an embryo and refreezing and thawing again. So she said the quality of my embryo was very good. It was like an A, and they felt that it would be able to survive being frozen again and thawed again. But that's not a 100%, because it can, after looking online and everything, I found out that it can damage the cells of the embryo with freezing again and thawing it again. But she then told me, she said, well, if you don't, she said, you're self-pay, right? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, well, if you don't get pregnant with this cycle, we're going to make it right. And I'm like, what do you mean you're going to make it right? But I really couldn't talk to her much because I was still at work in the hallway. My voice started getting louder because I was, at that time, very upset, and worried because I only had one embryo left. And so then she told me to still come in on Monday. My transfer is set up at 9:45 in the morning to still come in. But she said, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be okay. Okay, but now I'm worried. I'm like, even still now, I'm very worried because I don't know if it damaged the embryo, the quality, cells. So if any of you ladies have ever heard of them refreezing a thawed embryo and thawing it again, and everything's, if you ever had any experience with that or if ever heard of that, could you please message me and let me know? Because honestly, I've never heard of that. Like I said, I checked online and Googled it, and I'm getting like 50-50 on the reviews of whether or not it affects anything. So I really don't know. All I know right now is I'm a little worried about this situation. And it's easier said than done when the nurse said, don't worry. So then yesterday I got a call from my RE's office again. And originally, when I was in for my intralipid IV, the nurse asked me whether I wanted to schedule acupuncture before and after my transfer. And I told her no, I couldn't, because right now I just don't have the funds available for that. But I got a call yesterday from my RE's office, and they asked me again, do I want to do the acupuncture, because the doctor says that he highly recommends me having acupuncture before and after my transfer. And she said it's complimentary, so you don't have to worry about that. So I went on ahead and set that up. I go in at 8:45 on Monday to have my acupuncture session, 9:45 for my transfer, and then after my transfer, I'll lay there for about 15 or 20 minutes and then immediately go to have my acupuncture again. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, praying to God that everything is going to go well, that it didn't affect my embryo with them thawing and refreezing and having to be thawed again. But, like I said, I am very worried about that situation. So, like I said, if any of you have ever heard of that or gone through it, please let me know. But what I will do, definitely on Monday, I will update you after I get back from my transfer and let you know how everything went. And, basically, that's about all that's been going on. Like I said, I'm a little stressed right now because of that situation. A little worried about it, but hey, what can I do? I got to put it all in God's hands, because really, honestly, there is nothing that I can do about it. So we'll just see what happens. So thanks you guys for subscribing to me, and please message me in regards to this video. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone is doing well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.